Uh-oh, I'm sure you've looked at the calendar, and considering some of the recent episodes I've had, many of you predicted that on this week I would do an entry in this very famous series of films from the 1980s. I don't even know why I'm being cute. You can clearly see what the name of the episode is, so you know it's not a Friday the 13th film. Whatever, let's talk about Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th, one of the most famous Friday the 13th spoofs next to Friday the 13th Part 6. It spoofs Friday the 13th in the sense that it's called Saturday the 14th. Seriously, the similarities between the two movies end right fucking there. That is, if your memory of the Friday the 13th series involved haunted houses, ghosts, and fucking vampires. The film was brought to us from writer-director Howard Cohen, who also penned Deathstalker, which did feature Richard Brooker, who portrayed Jason in Friday the 13th Part 3. Wow, I'm really stretching and coming up with comparisons here, almost like this movie is stretching and calling itself Saturday the 14th. Ugh, what a horrible night to have a cursed movie. Damn, the CGI in the 80s was fucking terrible. The film was released by New World Pictures, as you can see from this CBS logo with pink eye. You know what they say, never trust a cartoon bat with two first names. Stacy Keach Sr. is in this? Well, don't get too excited. I hear he's dubbed over by James Keach Sr. And how the hell can there be this many eyes on the side of the house? They might want to move too, because now some of them are probably on fire. Hey, is that Jeffrey Tambor? Oh, come on, you've done much better work in this! You were in the classic TV series 20 Good Years!
Tell me, are we convenient to the school here?
Oh, yes, the school's just 2 blocks away.
And young children will walk past here regularly.
Do you two have children?
As often as we can.
With questions like that, I'm pretty sure it's not legal for you to be anywhere near a school.
Ask normal questions. We're supposed to be typical people looking for a home.
Oh yeah, then why the hell are you two dressed up like Svengoolie's fart? As you can see, the both of them are yearning to buy this beat-up old house, which could be a problem as this flashback shows. Alright people, listen up. I apologize we couldn't get a larger room, but we're slightly over budgeted as it is. The house in question has already been inherited to John and Mary, which begs the question, why in the hell is the house even being shown to people to begin with? That, and I think the now-deceased attorney's will, has left you with a cursed contract. The family attempts to get settled in once the confusion is resolved.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful house.
Mary, that's not the house.
I'm pretty sure Freddy Krueger has already taken up residence across the street, so we'll just take the Klopex house. Considering the house hasn't been engulfed in flames from the fake webs and candles, I'd say it's only cursed with good luck. John and Mary also have a son and a daughter, plus a family dog.
Rover! Come on, boy!
That's one thing it does better than a Friday the 13th film. It doesn't name its dog Muffin. Oh, so the vampires weren't enough? You need some more foreshadowing? You're in Saturday the 14th. Your luck couldn't possibly get any worse than it already is. Where's the sun supposed to be?
Billy, if you're hiding inside a big dog again.
Is that something he does often? Hide inside of dogs? Your house may or may not be cursed, but your son certainly is a serial killer. Even the haunted mansion is judging you. So the movie is about kind of ghosts who want to spook a suburban family out of the house that they want. I'm not sold on the idea that this movie is called Saturday the 14th, but it could be called Pre-Beetlejuice. Just go ahead and dust that skull off. No need to throw it away. As long as it's clean, there's nothing weird about it being there. Uh-oh, they found the cursed book the vampires are looking for. It gets bad on Friday the 13th. But it gets worse on Saturday the 14th? Makes a really good point. I would rather be watching Jason kill some campers right about now. Ah! Real monsters! But enough about that. That's normal. And I don't even have my 3D glasses on. It was nice of Yummy Mummy to return, but why did they have to change the flavor? Damn, this lady is really obsessed with selling the house. If John and Mary don't sell at 3 in the morning, when are they ever gonna sell? Should have been looking off to her side, since apparently that's where someone pulled her away. Oh, sorry, did you hear something?
You're right. It was an owl.
That's not a fucking owl! An unexpected visit from the Cookie Monster. Every child's most delicious surprise.
He's 9 feet tall, he has 4 arms, huge eyes on the top of his head, and huge teeth.
Billy, at your age.
I am acting my age. You're just used to me acting like a grown-up. I'm 10 years old and there's a monster in here.
Checkmate, Dad. Oh, don't worry, it's just the zany aliens from the Explorers.
Me, what's up, Doc?
Somewhere during all of this, the mother was bit by a vampire. I'm guessing they're vampires anyway. After all, they're walking around outside in the daylight. Oh shit, you just got necronomic KO'd! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to reference Halloween in what is clearly a Friday the 13th spoof.
It's not fair. For 300 years, I've been searching for that book.
You've been searching for that book for 300 years? Well, you've done a piss poor job at it because it took this kid only 30 seconds to find it. Why is everyone so goddamn nonchalant?
Guess they could have used a little more sunlight.
Dude, that's not fucking normal!
Oh, that's better, darling. They don't seem nearly as dead.
You can tell we've been married for years because we're so goddamn adorably condescending to one another. A vampire bite may also cause your lead actress to break her arm a day before filming begins, causing her to constantly be holding something or covering up her arm to mask the cast all throughout the movie. That's much easier than just writing it in that the character broke her arm, but I can understand how that would be hard given how safe this house looks. Let's just leave the kids alone while we're at it.
Don't wreck the house while we're gone.
Getting Cat in the Hat flashbacks here, and not Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat, but that horrible Cat in the Hat, starring the guy who won't ever use his own fucking accent! That's okay, they got wacky neighbor to protect them.
Hi, anything the matter?
Oh, no, I got to work. I forgot my badge. So I had to come home and get it. I couldn't sleep all night. I kept hearing noises. Take care.
That guy's got a gun. What? Shark tub? Well, everything else nowadays has sharks in them. Might as well pop in something that's 32 years old. Say, early 80s, back when underage meant take your clothes off in front of the camera. Sucks to be her. Sharks can sense a drop of nudity from 2.5 miles away. The fact that that startled you makes me wonder where in the hell did you pull that out of? Oh, what the fuck? You're getting your Creature from the Black Lagoon in my Jaws spoof. You're getting your Jaws spoof in my Creature from the Black Lagoon. You're getting your shitty movie on my TV. What? What do you mean I didn't tell you I was in this movie? Good thing they're hiding in the one place in the house they knew he'd never look. Right in front of him. Look, all he wants is your towel. He's very wet, and you've got the AC cranked up really high. Thank God Officer Comic Relief is reporting for duty.
I don't want any trouble with you.
I'm not sure you did that in the correct order. There's already way too much wackiness in this flick, so the cop's dead. I'll just stick her back in the tub, let her cool off. What's the worst that could happen?
Where's Debbie?
It's possible she's dead now, which could very well be my fault. Debbie, you're taking a bath with your towel on. Is everything okay? Whatever, I don't like this girl anyway.
This house is creepy.
There's nothing wrong with this house.
Then how come all we get on TV is the Twilight Zone?
It's because your television has awesome taste, that's why. You know what this family needs? A housewarming party.
What party?
Saturday night. The relatives insisted on coming over, so we had to invite somebody we could stand too.
Saturday night?
The 13th.
Mom, Friday's the 13th.
The 14th then. Saturday the 14th.
We were gonna hold the party on Friday, but we'd get sued by another franchise's party. God, this movie's more disgusting than the Friday the 13th movies. Look at all those pickles. Ugh. Oh, and they're not done with Mom yet.
God, look at all these owls.
Those aren't owls, sweetheart. They're giant vampire bats. Yeah, we know your arm is broken. Just swing around at those bats for a while. After this little incident, it's time they called General Noriega's pest control.
Okay, I'll send him out. Van Helsing.
Yeah?
The hell, that looks nothing like Hugh Jackman.
Right away! This minute! I'm at 329 Elm Street.
Oh, stop with the horror references! Wait a minute. He mentions Elm Street, and then earlier in the movie there was a shot of the house. And this movie was made 3 years before the first Elm Street movie. This movie has already spoofed a horror series that doesn't even exist yet, more times than it is spoofed Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in on Van Helsing's speech here.
Sooner or later, my friend, I will find a house where the bats did not come in through the window.
Typical first world problems.
Nothing fires the imagination so much as a fine library. Do you have any old books?
I don't know, we've got one called Dracula, you might like it. Too bad they couldn't clean the place up first. Looks like Billy left one of his toy rats in the fridge. I don't really know how scary these ghosts can be. They can't even spell the word dead. There's, hey, if you just look to your, over on the thing, there's a fucking head on your table!
I wonder if I'm pregnant.
Oh, sorry, looks like you got other things to worry about. Wait, what? Isn't she a vampire now?
Sweetheart, have a taste. You'll love it. Debbie used a lot of garlic.
No, darling.
I'm sure you'll be fine with the garlic, since sunlight also doesn't hurt you. Why would the garlic? Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your happy news.
Do you know whose baby it might be?
I don't like that kind of talk.
Look, I'm just saying I banged your wife. It could be my kid. If you're wondering about the smell, it's just Meatloaf's rotting corpse under the table. I don't think the characters have any idea how quickly this whole plot could be resolved.
Well, I guess it's time to sell the house.
Hardly. They've got way more lines that don't make any fucking sense.
Selling the house now would be like closing the barn door after the horses have eaten your children.
What does that mean? And why are your horses eating people? In case you're flipping channels and come across the movie halfway through, what the hell is this thing again?
We were having a few people over tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Saturday the 14th? Do you know what's going to be waiting here for those people?
The corpses of the people killed on Friday the 13th. Meanwhile, William Catt is a Vietnam vet turned horror novelist also haunted by ghosts. But that's a much better movie. The vampires are causing her to sleepwalk in order to get the book herself. That's genius!
The book. Okay, go back to bed.
The fuck was the point of that? Just put some fucking gloves on and get the book!
We'll talk about this when I get back.
It's scenes like this that make me wonder why Mr. and Mrs. Dracula wasn't a runaway hit. And this is a bad time to come get a midnight snack.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
Let me just sneak by you here. There's really no reason why you shouldn't be seeing me, but I'm managing to get by you just fine. Spooky, huh? I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya. Oh shit, sorry, you caught me coming up to add more steam to the second floor. They may not have gotten their book, but Van Helsing has perfected his recipe for an extreme soft drink in the 1990s. Eventually, they become trapped in their house, and it's got all the trappings of Poltergeist with the smelly poop dick of Poltergeist 3. Hey, Count Chocula, look inside the box. The prize is a much better script. John is being asked to continue on with his planned Saturday party because the whole world is depending on it.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
You forgot about the party? The whole world is depending upon this party.
That's what I just fucking said! They may be trapped in the house, but it looks like it all clears up whenever someone is standing on the other side of the door, but they never attempt to take advantage of that. They're too busy making stupid jokes about their eyeball coffee.
Here, take this coffee. I can't stand the sight of it.
Naturally, being cooped up in the house, they get a little frustrated.
I've got to get out of this house. I'm a 10-year-old kid. I'm supposed to be out in the sunshine.
The things that would come out of a child's mouth a few years before Nintendo. Here's an idea. Why not try ordering something else and then walk out when the delivery person shows up? Oh, is this their big crowd for the Saturday party? Looks about as depressing as the audience that turned up to see this film. Oops, I apologize. Are there more guests?
You really are living here.
Now walk the fuck outside! These people could start beating the kids with a wooden spoon, and they'd still be more likable than the lead characters in You're Next.
This one's got no meat on it. Which way is the bar?
We've got these spark effects, and god damn it, we're gonna use them. The ghosts have to kill this lady right away, since they don't have any fake blood to throw on her coat. Or the closet could just eat her.
I brought you a little something. It's an electric can opener.
It's a convenient gift, too. She can hold it and still keep her hand covered up. You know why real-life husband and wife Richard Benjamin and Paula Prentice's marriage has lasted 52 years? Because they survived being in Saturday the 14th. The book and Billy have gone missing just when she realized she could put on a glove to grab the book. Why didn't they think of that earlier? By the way, that's not really a monster. It's cicada season in this part of the country. They got 'em pretty heavy down there. Thankfully, the neighbor lady finds her husband.
Ernie! Oh, thank God you're here!
That's just stupid. He was turned into a delicious meat platter earlier. The book had better turn up quick. Things are getting awfully climaxy here.
The monsters are taking over the house!
We are all doomed! Doomed!
Too fucking late for a Friday the 13th reference.
Who could that be? Everybody I've invited has already showed up.
And left. I'll get it.
I'll get it.
I'll get it!
Oh, somebody answer the door so we can get this fucking movie over with. The vampires have found the book, and it turns out Van Helsing is the bad guy, which totally explains the monsters murdering people left and right, and Mary being turned into a vampire, when a simple explanation from the vampires could have saved us 75 minutes of the movie's entire running time. And no joke, here's how the final showdown in the movie is handled. With funny sound effects, the go-to gag when you can't think of anything funny to say. Well, that's almost as bad as... Shit, I don't know. My brain is so fucking dissolved that I can't even think of a funny fucking comment to say. And what's the best way to deal with an evil Van Helsing? Just hit him with the book.
Let go of this book, boy.
It killed the monsters, and it'll kill you!
Who is talking? Because the actors clearly aren't.
We won! We won!
No, that wasn't the ending either, but you know what? Who gives a shit? There's only 3 minutes left, the vampires say their goodbyes, and the family moves into Freddy's house. The fucking end! I should have done Friday the 13th Part 3, because seeing how it takes place a day after Part 2, it's a better Saturday the 14th film than Saturday the 14th. And if you have any other lingering questions about this truly abysmal spoof, well, don't worry, because 7 years later, someone must have asked for a follow-up, because we got Saturday the 14th Strikes Back. And I could think of only one reaction to that.
Oh, this must be your charming wife.